John chapter 18, verses 28 to 38. And we're looking at the encounter between Jesus and Pilate. And it's a sharp and serious encounter between the man of the world and the man of heaven, you might say. Let's just read it through. Then the Jews led Jesus from Caiaphas to the palace of the Roman governor. By now it was early morning. And to avoid ceremonial uncleanness, the Jews did not enter the palace. They wanted to be able to eat the Passover. So Pilate came out to them and asked, "What charges are you bringing against this man?" "If he were not a criminal," they replied, "we would not have handed him over to you." Pilate said, "Take him yourselves and judge him by your own law. But we have no right to execute anyone." The Jews objected. This happened so that the words Jesus had spoken indicating the kind of death he was going to die would be fulfilled. Pilate then went back inside the palace, summoned Jesus and asked him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" "Is that your own idea?" Jesus asked, "or did others talk to you about me?" "Am I a Jew?" Pilate replied, "It was your people and your chief priests who handed you over to me. What is it you have done?" Jesus said, "My kingdom is not of this world. If it were, my servants would fight to prevent my arrest by the Jews. But now my kingdom is from another place." "You are a king then," said Pilate. Jesus answered, "You're right in saying I'm a king. In fact, for this reason I was born, and for this I came into the world, to testify to the truth. Everyone on the side of truth listens to me." "What is truth?" Pilate asked. With this he went out again to the Jews and said, "I find no basis for a charge against him." But, well, we'll leave it at that passage for today. The two have come into direct encounter. And as so often happens in the Gospel of John, they are two irreconcilable opposites brought together. On the one hand, as I say, you have the man of the world against the man of heaven. You have the one in seeming authority against the other in seeming helpless victimhood. One giving, one receiving. And in the middle is this conspiracy of conniving Jewish leaders who make it very clear that they have one game plan, and that is to see Jesus executed. And that's the reason that they're getting Pilate involved, because they don't have the authority to execute him on in their own law. Remember, Israel is an occupied country, and it's Roman law. And when you think of people being stoned, like in John 8, when the woman was about to be stoned, that wasn't justice, that was a lynch mob. That wasn't an official act of justice. When Stephen was stoned in Acts 7, that wasn't justice, it was a lynch mob. And here, they want to do it up front and powerfully visible to everybody. Jesus must die, so the Romans have to do it. And so you've got these two opposites wrangling together around the word truth. And truth is the main topic here. I wonder in what tone of voice Pilate used when he said, "What is truth?" Some have suggested it was like a joke. He was joking, what's truth after all? And remember, it's his job to find out what the truth is. They brought before him, these Jewish leaders have brought before him what he is apparently a pack of lies and superficial slanders. And he has to make the choice about what is truth, what they say, or what Jesus says. But was he mocking? Was he jesting? No, he was absolutely out of his depth. He was uncertain. He tries to free Jesus. He risks his own reputation. He announces that Jesus is innocent. "I find no fault in this man." He is, in fact, in awe of Jesus. He has some fear about the situation. No, it's not mockery. He listens to the people. He asks the priests. He comes to Jesus. He goes back to the priests. He listens to the ferocity of the people. Crucify him, crucify him. He comes back and contrasts that with the beauty and the stillness of Jesus. And he's going backwards and forwards. He doesn't know what to do. And he feels bewildered. Now, he's a man of the world. He has a professional political education, but he's not well versed in religion. He's probably had a 101 course in Judaism to get himself ready to be the governor of the country. Fair enough. But he can't cope with what's in front of him. When he hears Jesus speak of a kingdom of the truth, he gives this sad, bitter, sarcastic sigh. What is truth? Who knows anything about what's truth? Isn't it like politicians today? On the one hand, they've got their integrity and their desire to do a good job. And on the other, they have a career to maintain and a reputation and sound bites to make and a public to satisfy. And sometimes the choice between their inner self and their outer self leaves them saying, what is truth? What is truth? So it was for Pilate. So he's saying, what is truth? Who knows anything about it? He wasn't joking, and he wasn't asking Jesus a question because he immediately leaves. Maybe there was sarcasm, but he goes on to say to the Jews, I find no fault in him. It was a mournful and a bitter sarcasm, which is hiding its anxiety in words that come out like a sneer. What is truth? Let me just give you one thought for this morning. The truth was standing in front of him. The very one who said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And for some reason, Pilate was unable to recognize the truth. Well, let's leave it there for today, and we'll come back on another occasion. God bless you.